Hi everyone, this is the Queen Bee coming at ya, and today I'm going to be using, not my round nose pliers, that was just a joke. Flush cutters, yes. Flat nylon jaws, yes. Chain nose, yes. 24 gauge, silver plated artistic wire, so it's nice and dead soft. And some 16 gauge pewter. I'm also going to use a few dyed howlite starfish beads and this interesting cabochon, and I don't know what the stone is, but it's an interesting shape. And what else have I got going on? I'm going to be using those faux pearls from Vintage Bead Box and some other little briolets that you'll see later on. Okay, yeah, there you go. There's the 16 gauge dead soft wire. I've cut 2 lengths of it, and I am starting a weave, the netted weave, with my wire. So there's the first round. It's pretty straightforward stuff, really. And I'm gonna come up. Let's see here. What am I doing? I'm just unkinking everything, I think. Okay, so I'm in the first loop there, and I'm going to curl the wire around to the next loop, and I'm going to go down through it and kind of come out towards myself. There we go. And you're going to continue like that for, a while. And for this pendant, I really liked the fact that this weave, you can make it like it's really, really neat and tidy, like with a different project. But for this project, I wanted it to be a little bit rough and tumble, a little bit more rustic. So I wasn't as worried about my loops being perfect and stuff like that, like you normally would. So it didn't bother me that there were a few kinks in the wire and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go around the next round like that. There we go. There we go. I'm just kind of bending it into shape. There we go. And moving on. I'm up on the other side now, and I'm going to just do the same thing. I'm just going to do that, and what we're doing is making a semicircle of netting. That's what we're going for. It doesn't seem obvious at this point, but we are. I hope you guys are all doing well today, and I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing and sharing this video and watching other videos that I've made. I've got lots of them. And if you are so inclined, I have a Patreon account, and it'd be so cool if you went and you became a patron there. That would be so awesome. I'm after a new camera that I can't really afford on my own, so I need a little bit of assistance. If I get the new camera, then I can get more interesting angle shots and more close-ups that are I don't know how to just, they'll be from my perspective, so it might be easier for you to see more intricate things. And it'll be easier for me to edit things together too. So as you can see, I am just making loops and making loops and making loops. Eventually, we're going to need to reduce, though. That means you're not going to put a loop for every preceding loop. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so here we are. I've come further along here. I've sped myself up a bit too, so that we don't have to dwell on this for much longer. Yeah, I am putting the wire through every second loop or so, because I don't need every one of them, because I'm trying to fill kind of straight up now at this point, because I've filled in all the curve. Okay. So now you see I'm just finishing up this kind of row. We've gone from kind of a semicircle weave to this straight weave at the top. We're going to cover basically the bulk of the cabochon with this weave, but not completely. We want a little bit of it to show through at the top. There we go. I'm just moving the weave around, massaging it, loosening it up here and there. I've got the working wire, and that's going to be what attaches the this front to the back. Yeah, there you go. You see what I mean. There we go. Now I'm wrapping the wire around both lengths of 16 gauge. This is going to give it a really, really skookum support. I just realized that sounds very Canadian of me to say skookum. I don't think they say that anywhere else. It just means really really tough, really strong, really kind of overdone for its intended purpose, I guess. It's a First Nations expression. Anyway. Oh yeah, also before I forget, if you are thinking of subscribing and you do subscribe, don't forget to click the bell icon because that will give you notifications of future uploads. I know the algorithm is kind of funky on YouTube lately, and you have to subscribe with the bell, otherwise you won't get notified. Alright, so I'm just wrapping away here. Do. What I like about this kind of bezel is you'll see that the front with the netting on it swells up when you put the stone in it, so it looks really, really cool. It looks I don't know, like it really is suspended in a bag, a wire mesh bag thing. Okay, so I am seeing how this is gonna work. See how the mesh kind of gives when I put the stone in? Right now it's not really loosey. It's pretty loosey-goosey stuff right now. But you see how it fills up? That's so nice. I love that. Because as it turns out, both lengths of pewter will be at the back of the stone. You won't even see that they're there. I wasn't sure of that in the beginning. But yeah, so I'm starting to kind of turn the wire that's closest to the back, just to kind of make it into a general back. I don't know. I can't talk today. Wow. I normally have a vocabulary. It's going to keep the stone in place. A setting, I guess, on the back. There, you see how the webbing kind of poofs out? Love that. Because that gives the illusion of it being a real net. So it looks like I'm going to just keep on trucking with the wrapping around both lengths of wire just to really secure the two wires together. Okay, so there's my basket. So I'm gonna start by putting the stone in kind of temporarily, and I'm gonna kind of start making the back into, well, a back. Because this stone is kind of a weird shape, it's like a circle that's had its top cut off. That's what attracted me to it when I saw it online when I was shopping. I was like, oh, that's a weird shape. I need that. Anyhow, that's gonna make setting it just a wee bit more challenging than if it was a circle or some other shape. So I'm just bending the excess pewter around itself, really, on the wire frame there. And there's one curl. And I'm going to make another one. Soon the stone will fit in there and we can leave it in. For this particular process, I had to put it in and take it out a lot, because I couldn't really tighten everything down the way I normally would, because there's not going to be anything across the top of this setting. So I need to be extra sure that everything is secure. Okay. Oh, the cat. Here she comes. Sophia says hi. That's Sophia. She's one of my cats. She's particularly attached to me. I don't really know why, but she picked me of all of the cats. And she insisted on sitting there while I recorded. And it's easier to just, let it be. Okay, so I'm basically done here. Basically. I still have to finish that one end. There we go. I'm just curling the wire around some other wire on the back. And I'm just bending those top net weaves kind of over those little corners that are on the top there, just for added security that the stone won't come out through the top there. There we go. We shall start embellishing very soon here. Because let's face it, that's the most fun part, isn't it? There we go. Part 1 is done. Ta-da! Okay, So Sophia's gone. And I've got my faux pearls and my starfish and some briolets. And I found a scrap of copper. I like to mix my wires sometimes with this kind of a project. Because it looks like, well, I call this a trawler necklace or pendant because it looks like the way they trawl the ocean with those great big nets that scoop up everything in their wake, including, rock and soil and animals and all that stuff that shouldn't be taken out of the sea. So I thought, why not put some pearls on there and some starfish and some crystal just for a bit of sparkle. So there's no formal sort of way to do this. You just swing your wire through wherever you can on the net, so it's nice and easy. Don't have to think really hard about it. There we go. Just some faux pearls here. God bless vintage beadbox. Love those things. So yeah, I've sped myself way up for this section just because you don't need to see like exactly how I do it because it's going to be different for you. Alright, so I've got my first starfish. Yay! I picked 3 because 3s are a good way to go. Our eyes like odd numbers, like 3, 5, 7, that kind of a thing. It's aesthetically more pleasing for some reason. I don't know the reason, I just know that it's true. So that's why I chose 3. And I chose different colors because I like different colors. And the briolets that I have clear crystal. I have peridot and blue apatite. I took a pair of earrings apart, one of the earrings of the pair, and I'm going to use those because I don't wear the earrings anymore and the stones are really pretty, so I wanted to kind of add a bit of sparkle to this piece because everything is pretty matte. There's the crystal briolet. It's got some great faceting on it. And to set those in place, I wrapped the wire through the netting, of course, and then I kind of spiraled the wire around the top of the stone where the hole is, where the drilling is, just so that the stones stay still and they don't want to pull or get caught on stuff. Okay, so I'm done showing you all that embellishing. You don't need to see all of that. So here's my necklace part. I've put 2 strands of chain together because I thought that would look cool. And I put them on some giant jump rings and a clasp that's got a leaf on it. Or that's a leaf clasp, I should say. You'll see it. And I'm just closing the jump rings where I want them. there's always some kind of, whoops, there's always some, wiggling around to get this to sit right. In the end, in the video, you don't see it, but I tied a great big knot in the necklace chain just to kind of shorten the piece and just to add that extra bit of nettiness to the project. So here I am opening the jump ring on the other side, slipping it through around one of those 16 gauge wires at the back. And you'll see I ended up putting kind of pushing a piece of the wire down at the back so you don't see that one jump ring anymore. At the time you still could, up there on the left, but I changed it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!